Alright everyone, welcome back to the last video on how to create a referral code with Stripe, Firebase, React, and the Google Cloud Platform. Here I'm going to show you how to create we're going to have to create some Stripe coupon codes along with some promotional codes attached to those coupon codes with a Stripe referral code. We're then going to fetch it in the process of creating a user's account and then sending it to their account. So first you want to go back to the Google Cloud Run. We're going to create another function here, and the service name for this one is going to be create coupon. We'll run it in Node.js 20. We'll allow unauthenticated users to run this code publicly. Then we'll just click create. And then here, it's going to be very similar to the webhook. We're going to want to actually create a file name called serviceAccountKey.json. And here we want to go back to our service key here. I want to copy that and paste that content in here. Then in the packages.json, again, it's very similar to what we've created for the Stripe webhook. We're going to want to copy the dependencies in the package.json, paste them into this file here. And in the index.js, again, we're going to want to go to the index.js here, and we want to copy, again, all this code here. I'm going to copy this, paste it in here, but we're not going to need the field value part here, so you can delete that, but everything else should be the same here. We needed to initialize the app, get the credentials, and etc. For the entry point here, we're going to change that to create coupon. Double click that, copy it, and paste it up here, so those are the same. And now what we're going to do is we're going to first create a function, or I'll actually just outline what we're going to do. So we're going to create a referral generating function. We're then going to create a Stripe coupon. With the UID in the metadata. We're also going to create a Stripe promo code with the coupon attached to the coupon created, and hold the UID in the metadata. And then the last thing we're going to do is going to submit, or not submit, what we're going to do is we're going to update the user's account with the referral code. Okay, so that's kind of our steps here. So the first step is creating that referral code. So that's going to be function generate referral coupon code, And here we're going to pass through a UID. Then what we're going to do is we're going to get a timestamp. And we're going to use the date dot now, so the current date dot to string, and convert it to 36, or base 36, not 35. And then what this is going to return is, we're going to use the backtick referral. Actually, I like to have in all caps, referral. And then a dash. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have part of the UID string, UID, substring, gotta actually put that in here. And we're going to get the first 4 of the UID, and we're going to make it uppercase. Then we're also going to add another dash outside of the brackets, and then another curly brackets here with the money sign in front, and we're going to put in the timestamp. So here we can make sure that each referral code is unique. Then what we're going to do, we're going to delete this part of the code, and now we're going to get our UID from the request body, because we're going to have to send that UID through the request. So we're going to have const, I'm going to have brackets like this. I'm going to get that UID property, and it's going to equal to the request dot body. And then we're going to get a try and catch. We'll have error, and in the error we'll send a status 500, and we'll do dot send. The success will be false, and the error will be the error dot message. And then within the try, what we're going to do is we're going to try to get we're going to create the coupon. Well, we're going to create the referral code with this function that we've created, create the coupon, and then create the promo code and update the user. So first, we're also going to make this an async function, because we're going to have to wait on the creating for the Stripe coupon. So first, we're going to get the referral code, and that is equal to generate the referral code, and we use that UID that we got from the request body. Then we're going to get a coupon. That is going to be equal to, we're going to await the Stripe dot coupons dot create. And then here we're going to have the ID of the coupon be the referral code. Percentage off is up to you on how you want to create your coupons. I'm just going to have 10% off, and it's going to just be noted by 10. Do leave a note here, got 10% off. And here the next thing will be the duration. I'm going to leave this as for forever. And then what we're going to want to do is get the metadata, and that is going to be equal to, you want to have curly brackets here, and then you want to pass in the UID here. Then, so that's our coupon. Now we're going to want to create a promo code, so we're going to do await stripe dot promotion codes dot create, and we're going to create promotion code with the coupon that we just created, and use its ID. The code is going to be the referral code, and again we're just going to pass the metadata through here with the user's UID. Now that we have the coupon code and this promotion code created on with the Stripe API, we're then going to update our user's database. So we're going to go back to the top here. We're going to do const db is equal to get Firestore. And then down here, we're going to do an await db dot collection users dot doc. It's going to be that UID, and we're going to do something called a dot set. And here we're going to just pass through the referral code, and we're going to add an extra parameter here. We're going to have a merge property. That's going to be true, because if we don't pass this through, what this set property is going to do is it's going to rewrite that entire document. It's going to delete the user's UID, their money property, and their email and UID, and it's just going to have the referral code. So this merge true is going to keep all that data in there, and it's going to pass through that referral code. So that is our Stripe coupon function. We can delete all these comments up here. And that's essentially our create coupon. So we're going to save and redeploy here. I'm going to copy this. And now what we're going to do is we're going to prepare to call this coupon to be able to create it in our code. So we're going to go back, we're going to go to Firebase, and up here we're going to have, actually after the set document, we're going to have an await, and we're going to have a fetch function here. We're going to fetch that URL, and I got this URL. This URL right here. You want to copy this. And you want to go here because we're going to fetch it, and there's a couple of other parameters that we're going to need to send through here. So our method is going to be post. It's going to be sending data. Our mode for this example here is going to be the no cores. And our headers, we're going to have the content type, content dash type here. And for me, what I've been able to I use this thing called application /x www forum URL encoded. I find that this version of encrypting code is easier, and I find it better to send the code rather than in a JSON. For some reason, when you try to send JSON stuff to a Google Cloud Function, for when I've run it in the past, it just hasn't worked. So we're going to run it this way. So we're going to have comma, and then we're going to put in the body, we're going to have, again, we're going to have that UID. It's going to be, we're going to actually have it with backticks here. We're going to have our UID, and that's going to be equal to, and then what we want to put here is called the encoded URI component. And in that, it's going to encode our string. That's going to be the user.uid. And there we go. We can save that. And then for our referral code here, we can also update this function. We're not going to be using that referral code function anymore. So we can comment this out too. We can comment this out. Comment this out up top here too, since we're not using those analytics. We have our coupon creator here. Let's check back here. Yep, our cloud function is been created. We actually want to go back to the service details here. You want to check on this. Click on the permissions. Add the principal. We're going to do all users. I'm going to select the role. It's going to be the Cloud Run Invoker, and we want to allow public access so we can run it on our platform here. And there we go. We have our cloud, our create coupon here, so we can see. Let's log out, and if we create a new user, call it d@gmail.com. Create the account here. Click on sign up. There you go. We can see after the sign up here, you can see that our account's been created, and we have our referral code that was created in Stripe. If we go back to Stripe and we look at coupons, you can see that our coupon code has been created, and we can look in the metadata here that we have our metadata. We have that UID, which is perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. Now the last thing we have to do is we have to go back to our Stripe webhook, and we have to add a couple of code or lines of code. So here you want to edit the source code, and within here we are going to have the full session of our event. And how we do that is I'm going to actually pull up the session object here. So for this session object, we get all this information about what our customer has purchased. And you can see in the total details, it has the amount discounted, amount shipped, and the amount taxed. And when I discovered this, there's the amount discounted, and I thought, there probably should be more information. And in fact, there is. We go all the way to the total details. We show the children, there's something called a breakdown. And what this does is it's able to show the discount amounts and how they add up, etc. And here, this is something called an expandable object, where you need to request the entire session and be able to find these discount codes. So there's this huge chain of objects in the discount or total details breakdown. You have to go to the discounts, you have to go to the discount that was applied, and then you have to find the coupon, and then you can get the coupon ID, or I think it even goes down further. So there's the coupon ID, the coupon object here. We keep scrolling down, there's the duration, and then we have the metadata here. So in the breakdown, we can get the discount, the amount of discounts that were put in, the discount, and then we can find our coupon and our metadata. This is where our metadata lies, to be able to give the other user the amount that was going to be changed in their account. Okay, so we have to get through all this chain of data, and to do that we need to expand on the total details.breakdown. And how we do that is we have to go back to our Stripe webhook, and what we're going to do is we're going to get our full session. So here we can do const full session. It's going to equal to our, and we're gonna, here's what we're gonna do. We're also gonna make this an async before I continue. Then we're gonna do await Stripe dot checkout dot sessions dot retrieve, and here we're going to pass through just one thing. We're going to pass through our session ID that we grabbed up here. And then we're going to do comma, because we want to grab that full session again, except we want to expand on that one part that we showed you in the session ID, which was the total underscore details dot breakdown. Okay, so once we get that here, we're actually going to cut this code here, and we're going to make this an async function, and we're going to have this in the paid method. So this makes sure that no users are getting any extra code, or they're not getting the referral code used prior to the user making an actual purchase. So if paid, we're going to get that full session ID here, and we don't have to have this as an async function anymore. So back to here. So we want to have this in the paid status, because if we don't, then users will, if they use the promo code and then they just complete the checkout and they didn't make an actual purchase, that user is going to get money added to their account. So here what we're going to do is we're going to have an if statement here to check to see if there was an account or a discount added. So that will be the full session dot, if the full session dot total underscore details dot breakdown dot discounts dot the length of the discounts is greater than 0, which means that there was a discount added, then we're going to give them the referral code. So here we're going to get our discount. That's going to be equal to all of this here, except we're going to put a 0 here because it's going to be just that one discount or promo code that you can get. Then we're going to get the coupon that's going to be equal to discount dot coupon. And then we're going to get the user B UID. And that's going to be from our coupon dot meta data dot UID. And this is essentially what we want. So we can actually get, and I broke it down here just to make it easier to read, because if it's a long list of properties, it's really hard to read that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add an amount for the referral code. So here we're going to do db dot collection, and the collection is going to be the users, and the document is going to be the user BUID. And here we're going to have an update here, and then in the update it's going to be the money, and it's going to be a field value dot increment, and we're going to, in this example, we can just increment it by 25. And we're going to be able to detect that this change is going to happen because all of our values are, I think, 50, 1,000, 20,000, or 500,000. There is no additional referral code or money that is added with a 5 at the end. So we're going to be able to detect this change. And then we'll have a dot then, just to check we'll actually just copy this format here. So it's going to be the same. Dent that in, and we'll change this to user B document successfully updated, or we'll have a user B document update error, and it'll show us our error. And that's about it. For that part, we pretty much have to check to see if there's a discount code here, and I suppose to also check here we can have a if user B UID, which is going to check to see if it's not null. It's going to go through this entire process here to be able to update that user. If we didn't have this and it was not null, then it's going to throw an error, and that user that made a purchase isn't going to get their product. So that's why we want to have this if, because we want to check to see if this is not null, which we could just send it through the if statement here. So we want to save and redeploy that, and I'll be back to set up a project to then fully demonstrate how this works. Okay, so now I have the Stripe webhook. It's ready. It didn't have any errors here. So now we're gonna go. Okay, so just to show the example here, user D has been using this profile or this place for a while, and they got user E to sign up, and they want user E to use the service. So they're gonna copy user E's code, and they're gonna paste it. They're gonna be able to paste it and send it to their friend here. And user D is going to get 500,000 minutes. You can put in here through the promotion code here, paste it, they're going to get $100 off of their service here. They're they're gonna be really happy with their purchase because they get 10% off here, and then they can go to pay for it. And it's gonna say thank you for your payment. You're gonna go back. They're gonna get $500,000 here. If we go here, you can see our user then gets $25 because they refer them to the payment. Now, what's interesting about this is that we've now proven that this referral code system can work, and you can have these referral codes. What's also interesting is that you could set it up so they get a percentage of the minutes, depending on how you set up the webhook. So for example, if we go back to the source code here, we could edit this, and we could, for example, cut this code down here, paste it here, and they could get, let's say they get 15% of the purchase. They refer someone to their product. So we can set this up here, we can save it, and I'll be right back to show you guys how this could work. Okay, so back to the code here, just to let you guys know, I did edit it so it will round the number down after taking the 15% of the more money. So now if we go back to our example here, so we'll have to minimize this. You can refresh both the pages here, go to the profile, copy their account, paste it, or buy, let's say 20,000 minutes, hit apply, get a nice referral code here, and then use we'll get that successful payment here, process it, and thank you for your payment. So now that they paid for $100 worth of minutes, you now get that user gets a good deal on their account because they were able to refer somebody, and they get, the person that purchased it gets 20,000, and the other person, for 15%, they were able to get 3,000 because they referred someone to their service. So I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial series. I hope this product or this kind of system helps you in one of your business ventures. If you would like me to implement this kind of system into your business, please comment down below if you'd like that. If you like more series like this, please like and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this series. Thank you so much for tuning in.